Hey everyone, so today I'm going to make a slide and reveal card using one of the new frames that I've just launched. So you've got a 6x6 birthday themed one, there's a 5x7 one with all the leaves and the foliage, and this one is going to be a party theme, so one for a birthday. It could be a party invitation as well. So I've already cut everything. I'm going to build all that up once I've put the card together. So I've got lots of videos already showing how to put the slide and reveal cards together. I've had these die sets out for probably a couple of years now, I think. So you want to cut yourself 2 of this plate, and these are for each of your sides. This is the Craft Stash 220 GSM cardstock. I'm not going to be using the frame today because we've got the frame. However, you might want to cut that and then stick that frame onto it, but I'm actually going to be sticking these 2 together here, so I'm going to have the strength that way. You want to cut 1 or 2 of these for the back. I've cut 2 because I'm going to have, I think, the white inside and then the pink on the back. I might have it against the pink. We'll see when we get to that part. So cut 2 of those. Next you want to cut 2 of this one here, and those are going to be for these panels to put your tracks on. And then you'll cut 2 of this one and 4 of this one here, which I've got already. So I've already prepared, this is for one side, and I'm just going to show you with this last one. So when you get these ones here, rather than fold on the score line, just kind of wrap them around your piercing tool. So they kind of wrap, okay? We want there to be this kind of gap, it's like bouncy, and that way everything's going to glide really nicely. So I've already stuck this one down. I've come down about 1 inch. So just a little glue there on each of the ends. And again, just bring it down about 1 inch, doesn't need to be exact. And just wrap that around. When that glue is grabbed, just go in there and just spread that out. And you can see there, I've got plenty of room. Okay, just bring it up there, you can see that gap. So I'm going to choose to have the white because the way I'm going to decorate that, I think the sentiments are going to pop better. So you want to take these 2 next and you're going to flip one, okay? Now you'll see you've got 2 at the bottom and then you've got these 2. You don't have to have them at the bottom. It's going to always depend on what your scene is and what you're kind of having as your decoration. You can have them at the top. Maybe you've got more things maybe that are flying, or you just want to have more things hanging from the top, then you'd have it that way. But whatever way you have them, they both have to be the same. Now when you fold this in half, you'll see it will perfectly fold in half with that tab. You want to add glue to that tab, and then we're going to stick it onto our cardstock here. I think I'm going to use my stronger glue actually. So just run that all down the tab, fold it in half, and then just lay that down over the top. And then take the other one, so this one, just make sure you folded it the opposite way. Again, run your glue. And now you're going to line this one up with this side. And they should meet perfectly in the middle, because that's how it's going to look when it's closed. So give that all a minute to dry. I'm also now going to just stick this one on the back because it will just add a bit more strength. You don't have to, but by doubling up the cardstock, you might have a pattern paper instead. Okay, so that's all secure. So when it opens up now, you should have something like this. You then want to take these ones, you're going to stick them onto the reverse of this panel. Okay, so both of those are stuck down and it all pops out like so. These we will add in a minute. What I need to do now is play around with the frame. So when you cut it, it will look like this. And what I decided to do for this one is just colour them in. So you'll see I've coloured these ones in quite roughly, and I've just gone around the edges of these because these are all the die cut elements. And you'll see other styles. I've already would have shared some other tutorials with them paper pieced as well, so you might not want to colour them in. But there is something quite nice about how, you know, colouring those in rather than paper piecing them. But the reason I've just gone around the edges is so that when I stick these on, you kind of see the blue underneath. Like for example, on that one as an outline, and then that one there. So I'm going to build all these bits back up over the images. You've got ones for pretty much all of them. Some of them you can double up. There isn't one for this hat, but I've just done 2 of that hat because it just goes over the top there, like so. Okay, so I will do all of that in a minute, but I want to have the streamers with this holographic card. Now, I could just snip off these bits and put them over the top, and you do get dies for a couple of them, but not all of them, not all like these pieces. But instead, what I thought I would do is stick everything onto this one instead. So if I show you here, stick that one on top. So you've got the holographic underneath, which I think looks really nice. But I want the white frame. So I'm just trying to show you lots of different ways, and I want to keep the pink bunting. So I'm going to snip away all of this here. I'm going to do a little black border just with a marker. I'm also going to trim this down slightly so it's a thinner white border. So if you imagine this is small, I'm going to have this lovely holographic border, then all of the streamers, but it's just easy for me to snip away this design than to individually cut all of the streamers out. But there's other ways to snip into it as well. But if you're keeping it with the white, then I just wanted to, keep this part in just to show you. But I'm going to snip all this away now, go around the frame with a black pen just to tidy up where I've coloured up to the edge there. Although, to be fair, you're not going to really see that with all of them, for example. We'll see. I will be back when it's all finished. So there's the frame all finished. So I've stuck this one, the white one on top, snipped everything away, and then you got that little frame around the edge. But I just love now that I've got all of the streamers, all that holographic. If you imagine when it's out like this, you're going to see it really nice against that white background. Next, we want to add these tracks. So one on this side, one on this side. Make sure your finger pull's facing out, and you're going to slide it underneath and then wrap it around the top and the bottom like so. So you've got these bits overhanging. It should be right at the end there. This is going to slide all the way along. You're now going to add your glue to here, and then you're going to attach the top and bottom corners of your frame. So just a little glue, and then just one corner down and then the other. The frames have been made to fit these, so they will line up nicely like so. Just let that dry for a minute, and then just check that it slides nicely like so, and then repeat that again on the other side. Now, I haven't added finger pulls to the frame because as soon as you do that, it means that they're limited in their use, and it would have just meant that they're just for the siding reveal, and you wouldn't have been able to just use them as nice toppers, as shaker cards, and loads of other things. So I haven't put the finger pulls in, whereas with the frame, so here you get your finger pull so you can see. So you can either just add the finger pull yourself just with a little circle die or a punch, or you can add some card, which is what I'm going to do. But for the minute, I can just grab underneath there and then just slide them out, and you see, you get that lovely frame. It will stand up like so. So I'm going to use the circle punch and try and get the actual circle in the design of this card. That looks quite cool. This was given to me, so I'm not sure where it's from. Those little discs, they look quite good. So now I'm going to stick them just under, so you've got those to pull. You could put a little arrow on there if you wanted some direction, but I'm pretty sure most people will know. So just make sure it goes in between. Obviously this is going to make it a bit bigger, so you just have to make your envelope a bit bigger. And again, just make sure they're nice and even. We don't want it going all the way through. Actually, let's just pull that out a little bit. Again, then just pull those out. Okay, so I've finished the card. It's actually a few days later now because I've changed a few things. So you can see on the front I've added the sentiment, all the accent glaze, all the shine from the mirrored card. Everything looks fantastic. Absolutely love this one. And now when you open it, I've got the sentiment in the back of the card. Now, I haven't actually done this with this card style before. I've not made one where I haven't added the bars. Now, the reason being is the party's just too big to sit in there. So I thought I'll stick it on the back and maybe have some balloons. But then I thought, you know what? I think that looks really nice. And what I did is where I cut out the excess from this white frame, I've stuck those images on the back. So although they're coloured a little bit different, I still think it works. It just gives it a bit more depth as well. It displays so nicely. And between making that one and filming this last end bit, I've made this one using the frame from the 5x7 set. So this is the frame. I've just made this, you know, a nice little top fold card just to show you alternative ways to use the frames. But you could take that frame and use it in this way as well if you wanted to. They're really, really pretty frames and I love colouring them in. So I just thought I'd show you that one as well. So if you have the 5x7 sliding reveal, you could use this frame with it. So thank you for joining me today. I will have all of the products linked below. I'll have the frames for this one as well. Check out the playlist because all of the cards using these frames will be added to that as well. So that'll get updated as and when. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well because that way you won't miss out on any future videos. And I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.